If you like this video, please rate, comment, share and subscribe. If you dislike it, please tell me why so I can improve. I was really hoping that I would sleep badly last night because I wanted to do a video in the middle of the night about insomnia. If you suffer from insomnia, there are a few things you can do before I start talking about herbs. One of them is to make sure that you don't do anything other than sleep in your room. So don't have like an exercise bike or a television in there or whatever. Another is to use calming colours on the walls. I actually personally think that calming colours are controversial because I actually find it the other way around, but you know, whatever you find calming, then that's fine. Also have a regular nighttime routine, and make sure hopefully that you have a quiet environment. Obviously that's not surprising, and ideally your room should be facing the opposite way from the sun. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, you should the window should be on the north side of the house, and in the southern hemisphere it should be on the south side of the house. All of that is fairly simple. Before I talk about the actual sleep herbs, I also want to mention that there is an idea, which whether or not it's true is actually probably quite helpful if you think it in the middle of the night, which is that naturally there should be a gap in the middle of your sleep. So you've got a 4-hour session of sleep, then a gap, maybe even of a couple of hours, and then another 4-hour session of sleep. And before the Industrial Revolution, apparently, although I haven't confirmed this myself, this was considered normal. I'd like to look at Samuel Pepys, for example, to see whether that actually happened. And people always even used to visit each other sometimes in that period, and also read, eat, pray, that kind of thing. So that gap in the middle, even if that didn't really happen, if you believe it happened, then it will really help. Classic herb for sleep is of course chamomile, Rachicaria recutita there. There's a very specific process of preparing chamomile, which is to put absolutely boiling water on top of it, cover it, steep it for at least 20 minutes, crush the flower heads with a spoon, and then filter it and drink it. Rachicaria is okay, you can build up tolerance to it, and it's obviously also good for anxiety, as are most things, which are good for sleep. Another one is valerian, Valeriana officinalis. This is the root, and it tends to smell quite strong and attract cats, so that's another one. Oh, and another one is catnip, Nepeta caparia. Valerian is interesting. What valerian does is it, the isovaleric acid in it mimics the effect of gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is the calming neurotransmitter in the autonomic nervous system, and it also has valproatrix in it, which increases the strength of any kind of sedative or general anaesthetic. So that's quite an interesting one. Hops, Humulus lupus, they are not good. The reason they're not good is they make depression worse, and basically there is no room for hops. It's not that they don't work, it's just that they're not really safe to use. Another one is lactuca, which is lettuce. That's the actual sap of the lettuce. Schultzia californica, which is Californian poppy. One thing that's quite good to do if you aren't on any other medication is to combine perforatum, which is St. John's wort, with 2 other sedatives, such as say valerian and Piscidia, which is Jamaican dogwood, and that's another one. And that combination really helps. And one thing that really helps as well is if you make it up prior to sleep and you stick it next to your bed, it means that you don't have to wake up and disturb yourself, and you actually know that's there, and that has a psychological benefit with sleep. I would also say, I haven't mentioned passiflora incarnata, passionflower. That's another one again. There are loads and loads of them. And basically, it's always possible to get someone to sleep because there are herbs that can put people into a coma. And if you use those herbs in a smaller quantity, it's not a particularly sort of positive thing to do. You're going to get them to sleep. So that's, I think, all I have to say for today. Obviously, it didn't work out. Apparently, one of the really good ways of dealing with insomnia is to plan to make a video about insomnia in the middle of the night, because then you sleep all the way through, don't you? Bye!